Hey Libra, welcome to your August reading. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Let's see. Them two. And then that one. Okay, easy enough. Welcome to your August reading. I'm doing things a little bit different. It's kind of like a 3-card layout with more cards. I will explain as we're going through on what that means and what that means for you. So, nice and easy. Let's go. Okay, so you have before the gathering. This column here is representing our past experiences or something from the past that, for one, I'm noticing it's bringing in kind of the tools that we need from those experiences, what we might need presently. It's also shining light on what we need to let go of. So let's see what it means for you. So we have before the gathering, celebration, anticipation, and event. Actually, when I get what this means for you, Libra, what's popping into my mind at the moment is kind of as though I feel like you are looking back at moments, for example, looking back at moments that worked for you, or that it's kind of like when things seemed like you were on top of things, or just something going in a certain way that you're looking back on thinking, why can't I have that now? Why do I feel this way now? Or how do I get back to that? Now, I want you to realize, Libra, that we never ever get back to anything. Once we've experienced it, it's always moving forward and progressing. That's not to say that, you'll never feel great again, or you'll never get back to never become more productive in things in your life, right? But I feel like, again, it's realizing that actually what you're doing is you're still living in that past moment because you're trying to recreate something, which we don't want to do that. Like, never in your life are you going to want to recreate somewhere you've been, right? It's a journey. You're traveling. We're not going in circles. Well, we don't want to be going in circles. We might be. And that could be the issue here. Have a think on if you feel like you are going around in circles. So perhaps you do get momentum and you kind of feel like, oh yes, okay, we're getting back on track. I don't want to hear that from you, Libra. I feel like this is limiting beliefs for you, that you have to kind of get back into a space that will enable you to move forward. I feel as though you need to realize that it's not about getting back into anything. It's about inviting new. It's about beginning something. Now, this card is an actual very positive card, and it generally means like a very social time, and also that there's something to celebrate. Now, with this in your past sense, this is why I kind of feel as though you've had these great times. And again, I feel like you are lingering on a certain feeling. My son is having spicy chips and I think he needs his drink. Your drink's on the couch, Bug. Your drink's on the couch. In the little cup holder. Okay, come here. So I do feel like, have a think on if you feel this way, because I definitely get the sense of you, again, trying to get back to something. Here you go, have a bit of mummy's drink. Let me have a look again at her, see if she gives me anything more for you, Libra. I do feel like it's a control thing. I do think, actually, the tools to bring with you is knowing that you are able to control an aspect of your life. I feel as though there's something where, yes, you can have control over this. And I do get this feeling of fighting with that. But again, it's because I feel like you're trying to recreate rather than reinvent, rather than new. It's like recreating instead of creating. But you have created so much for yourself. And that's the aspect of the tool. I kind of want you to realize that I can create things so easily. I have done it my whole life. Now, yes, that's great. We're not trying to recreate something. We're trying to create something new. And this is what I want for you, is to think new. We'll see where we're going with this, but this is what I feel the present energy is. And I just caught a glimpse of your present energy card in the same column, and it is the Green Witch. Okay, so again, creating.
Mommy.
Yes, Buggy.
I'm not here.
Okay, when we finish, I will come and get you a snack, okay? Is that okay? Yeah? So your next card, again, we have the Hierophant in reverse. So again, I feel like you're lingering on something. It's like, I used to be so wise. I used to know what I'm doing. I used to be in control. You're using these words that are keeping you in the past. I used to. I did. I was. It's not I is. It's not I am. That's very poor grammar. But you know what I'm saying? It's the words that you are. You still are that. That's something that, you became through, through education, through learning, through experience. And that is always with you. It doesn't go away and then you all of a sudden know, you're like, oh, I have to relearn this. Yes, it is good to, not retrain, but I'm trying not to use words that are the words that yours, but it's really hard because I'm in that, like, the way that your mindset is just at this present time. It seems very much in a kind of past tense and a lingering on what was. Okay, so this Libra is something I think you should really seriously just sit down with yourself, meditate, take these moments to take you out of the past and bring you into the present. I don't want you to look towards the future. I feel like this is the astrology at the moment. It's telling you to stop looking ahead, stop thinking too far ahead, and stop thinking too far back. Stop looking back longingly. You're in this present, and I want you to focus on the now. Again, we will touch on that when we get there. And this Hierophant in reverse, again, I feel as though it is, again, telling me, you feel there's wisdom in the past. And there is, always. There's always some good stuff. And I feel like you are technically have great Hierophant energy within you because, again, you are kind of typically a sign which will work towards being very well known in the areas that you choose to, I can't think of the words, it's not coming to it. It's kind of like profession. You will make sure that you know all you need to in order to be the best in that kind of field for yourself. So I do feel like, again, you are lingering on that. I feel like it's moving away from the what was really in such a massive way. And I feel like there's an intention for this. Again, it's like making you realize you need to break that pattern of maybe self-negative, self-bringing down. And I feel like there's just a blockage here. So be conscious of this, of what this blockage could mean. I'm going to come into this present energy, see if it shines more light on that, because I just feel this hesitation in finding the right words as well. So perhaps there's more for us in this, especially because this next column in the present is where all the cards were jumping out. And I've used one of those. I was like, okay, no, that's present tense. I don't look at my cards when I'm laying them. I just feel where they need to go. So I haven't looked at it to know what this means. But I feel like there's a lot presently that needs your attention. And it's saying stop there. Get rid of the attention from here and bring it to here, into the now. So we have the Green Witch, fresh new spring. It is about new, it is about now, it's about creating. Now the Green Witch, she manifests, she uses her nature, and actually it is a very organic way of being. And I think, again, this is what we were touching on before, and we have greens in both of these. It's about you just kind of organically know what you need to do, and this is your control level. It's like I feel as though that you have very good self-control when it comes to creating something new for yourself or just getting things done. I am sorry if the sounds of my son is interrupting the sound. I'm hoping that the mic being here means it's quite silent. I have been having trouble trying to record because is a 3-year-old now. It's a lot harder to record. Anyway, green, I'm getting healing. It's a healing time for yourself, and I think it's just realizing the empowerment that you have. Like, you can control what you do very naturally and easily, that I feel like it's not. For example, sometimes we have toxic control where we have to control everything, and it causes this really rift in our lives where if we don't have control, we go into panic. I get this sense of there being a semi-lingering there, and that's with the holding on to something that was. So bearing in mind with that. However, I feel like for you, organically, you just naturally have a way of being able to control yourself in a good way. And I don't know if this is going to come across how I need it to, because it feels as though it's like even if you feel like you're losing control, to other people it looks like you're still in control, you look like you're on top of things. Now, I don't always think it's a positive to look a certain way when, to yourself you don't feel that way, but I feel like that's actually a really good thing for you at the moment. I feel like, so even though you yourself might feel as though internally that you don't know what you're doing, like, why did I not have it? I had it all sorted before. Why do I not have it sorted now? It's a very internal thing. And that means it's working on the self. So focus on the you and not the external, because by focusing internally on that mother nature thing that we have going on ourselves, because with you, nature is a key thing too. So maybe do more things in nature. Sorry, the camera will move because he's going to keep knocking the table. So definitely walks, hikes, anything that includes nature is really positive for you in terms of just getting outside of yourself. Because again, I feel like there's just this internal war with yourself presently. It could be that, again, the problem is with the body, and that's, again, focus just on what you feel the need. I guess where you feel the control is missing, this is where your focus should be. And it's not because you don't have control of it, but it's because that's I think that's it. That's what is like tugging at me. And I'm like, I'm not getting there. What is it? I keep talking like it's going to come and it's flowing, but it's like, what is the point that's missing? And I think it is like, it's where you feel like you're not in control. It's not that you're not, but the fact that you feel not in control in that area is because that's where it wants you to put your attention. And I do think that there are other things that you feel like if you move away from that and not and give that thing your whole undivided attention, I feel like there's this guilt that's stopping you from doing that. You're not going to, and I feel like I need to say to you, it's not going to fix itself if you don't give it your all in this area. Because Libra, I feel like you do give it your all, and when you do give it your all, it helps and it gets there and it ripples out in all areas because again, you've tended to the need of that. And I feel like maybe there's a lot of guilt, there's a lot of something lingering in the past on what was and what could be, that again you're not again focusing on the area that needs to. And I do feel like saying to you, like, it's gonna work with everything else, but just one focus, try and keep that focus there, and I promise you it will filter out. It's big words, but that's how it feels. Okay, definitely. So we have the World in reverse and we have the Nine of Wands. These together, immediately when I look at this Nine of Wands, it's like your focus is on the wrong thing. So again, focus is a really key thing for you for August, Libra. Something about focusing on the wrong thing. Just focus on one thing. Now, technically, the Nine of Wands would be that, you know, the focus is on one thing and there's all this other stuff going on around you kind of thing. But I kind of just get the sense of you need to focus on one thing because everything else is in alignment. Everything else is doing fine and it will, again, fall in line. But you need to focus on the one thing that's not in the right place is what I want to say. It's not how it should be. It's not tuned. And again, meditating, I feel it could be really key for you, Libra. And I do think as a sign in general, meditation is a very key thing that helps you stay in balance because again, you are the scales and being balanced is really positive, is really beneficial for you. So to be able to get that balance for yourself is key. So meditation, anything that involves well-being. Now again, the world to me is saying that you feel like your world is upside down. I am getting this feeling that you feel like you're just not in control of things. My nose is running. I'm really conscious that it's gonna run out. I feel a bit sniffly in the mornings these days. I'm loving this imagery. I'm hoping that YouTube will let me show it. Look at that. And I feel this sense that you're in this time of your life where you want to be carefree. Now Uranus is in Taurus for this time at the moment astrologically. This is really going to want us to crave being free in an area of our life, whether it's freedom to express ourselves, freedom to be able to earn our full potential. It's just an area where we really want to expand ourselves to give ourselves whatever that value of freedom means to us. And I feel like for you feel like you're not there yet and you're trying and fighting it. Again, just focus on an area that's trying to bring you out of that because maybe that's what needs your focus. It's the key thing that's going to help ripple into that. But again, I just get this sense of stepping away. Like, yes, you're feeling like that. So why? What is it that you feel the lack of control is? Where is that? And then just allow your focus there. No guilt on anything else. No stress, no fears, because these are things that we internally create for ourselves. They create blockages, they create walls. And I'm seeing this wall for you, Libra. It's like you can't get through it. And it's man-made in the sense that it's self-made. You have made that. You've created that wall. Fears are only obstacles, and half the time these fears only prevent us from having and fulfilling our full potential. They are actually not valid. Those fears pretend, really, the likelihood, if we were to put a percentage on it, I can see my nose is running. Sorry guys, I'm very sniffly all of a sudden. But if we were going to put a percentage on it, the likelihood of it happening would be a lot less than it not happening. However, we often actually make a decision on that very small percentage. It's like saying there's only 1% this would happen, so I'm not going to do it because that 1% could happen to me. I could be that 1%. And that's kind of crazy that we live like that because there is 99% that you will succeed. That's a very high percentage. If we naturally allowed our brain to think the positive side rather than the negative, which the negative comes much more naturally, then we would be so much more successful as people and so much more fulfilled and abundant individually. So have a think on that presently. I feel like that's a lot of information, but it feels very productive, like once we realize that in ourselves. So I hope that makes sense for you, Libra. So future potential. Now this column is about the potential, of as following this guidance, listen to the cards. And it's really awesome. So the first card is literally bliss, contentment, satisfaction, security. That's what you're seeking in the areas where you're feeling like this is what I want. This will give me fulfillment. This will bring that abundance, this next step. Because again, that's your future thinking. And I need you to get out of that future thinking because the answer's here now. But that is what we want for the future, right? We want that success in that area of the world card that we feel we're not getting fast enough or we're not getting for some reason. It's because, again, focus on the right thing that's calling you, that's making you feel not in control. Really, Bug, can you be a bit quieter? Because I don't know if your sound is being a bit loud on here. So this is saying contentment. I feel as though this is a really great thing to say. Focus on that now because this is getting you exactly what you need. So whatever it is that you're thinking, yeah, but I need to... Nah, that's coming. Focus on the thing that needs your attention now. Careful, Bug, because this is on the table, remember? I do feel like the time to rest is coming. I don't feel rest is what you need now. Individuals, so some of you, rest may be exactly what you need, but I feel like here it's sort of saying rest is coming. You will have this time where you will feel more carefree, where you'll feel like you have the time to relax. And it could be that that's exactly actually it. As I'm saying that, I feel like for some of you, your body is calling you to rest, but you're feeling guilty about not. That really could be an example here. And this is saying the time to rest is coming, but let's just focus. Sorry, I'm getting my words wrong. Rest and get that, and you will feel that content and freedom and that rest to be able to tackle whatever you need. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I was going a little bit with the wrong word there. This is Ace of Pentacles. So again, the time coming for you to be in control and the ideas to flow and the inspiration to flow, that's coming. I definitely get this sense of here being content in knowing what's the next step. But right now it feels like you just I just don't know what the next step is. I know what the number 4, step 4 is, but it's 1, 2, 3. And it's because you do know. And I feel like you do, but the guilt and all of them little things that are preventing you from, I guess, reaching out to those things. That's wait to 4. Don't jump to 4. You need to take 1, 2, and 3 first. So this is really great future position. It's saying, hey, that time will come. It's really good. You're going to be growing something, so have faith in that. I would say there's a lot of growth potential here in the future. And new doors will open as well. And actually, I feel that you're already on the path to them doors. And I feel like the part of your life you feel in control of that's yes, okay, I can see the vision. I can see it ahead. I need you to stop future thinking and seeing that because, yes, you've seen that now. You know that's coming. So stay on that path. But naturally, I feel like you've got that down pat. So just carry on in that area. But you don't need to focus on that because you're doing the right things. The focus needs to be where you feel not in control, not which you are controlling. And it's not saying stop doing everything else and just focus on this. I just need your main focus because everything else you're doing effortlessly anyway. Continue with the effortlessness, but again, focusing on where you're not focusing. And I do hope that makes sense to you, Libra, because I feel like it's very personal to you on what that is. But yeah, future potential is awesome. Right path. I feel like, again, you're on the path to these open doors, which you can see that. You're visualizing that. Stay on top with that. It is leading you towards your successful abundance and what, again, makes you feel content in the areas of your life you're aspiring to during this time. Great cards. Loving it. This is a really good reading, Libra. I hope you understand what I was saying. Please comment below if you have any questions. Head over to TikTok. There will be a short reading on there if you haven't seen it already. Please subscribe to my platforms in order to keep up to date for any future things and comment if you have any questions. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next month.